Welcome to another episode of Manz Computers Free Software Shoutout. In this episode, we'll be shouting out our favorite video editing tool, which is called DaVinci Resolve. To download this for free, just do a search for download DaVinci Resolve. Click on the blackmagicdesign.com link, and they do offer a premium version called Studio if you're interested in some additional 3D tools. I imagine that would be somewhat similar to After Effects in functionality, but if you just need basic clip merging and transitions and imagery and audio clips, start with DaVinci Resolve 14 or whatever the version is at the time of the viewing. I'm on Windows, so I will click this button, but other people are on Mac or Linux, so it's good to know that those versions are available as well. To save you some time, I already installed this, have a project going. So the screen you see right now is DaVinci Resolve. You have some options up top, but the main buttons that you're interested in are at the bottom. The main tab where the magic happens is the Edit tab. So you can just drag clips like I've already done in images. This is an image here. It just is a title slide, and then I have let me turn this down a little bit. I have me talking over some video clips on how to use Handbrake, and then I end with an image or an animation and a sound clip, my outro essentially. So you can already see what's going on down here. It's the typical timeline view. I have 3 video tracks. You can see there's a little slide up, slide down thing here for the video, one for the audio. You can also move this whole section up if you need to see more. But the benefit of having different tracks, different audio tracks or different video tracks, is that you can have transitions, and you can either bump them up right next to each other, or you can overlap them a little bit. We'll get into that later. The other benefit is that each audio track you can adjust the levels with. So if one of your tracks is considerably louder, like my audio track 3 from this animation is a lot louder than the others, so I turn it down here. And you can also do that by mousing over and down on the level chart here. And it gives you a little preview of how much audio to expect, so you can kind of match those up visually and then confirm with the preview. But here's what I'm doing at the end of this image here. You can see that there's a little bit of gradient up at the top right. That's because I turned this up, which is the transition to fade to black. But I can also, so here's what that looks like. Fade to black transition. And if I was to move this over a little bit, no longer will it fade to black. Instead, it'll fade to the screenshot. So it's pretty intuitive how it all works. Spacebar is an important tool, is an important key here when you're in edit mode, because it pauses and plays the preview. You can also click anywhere at the top bar here, or drag this red button to seek to a different location on your timeline. And the way that I was able, there's the special, if you kind of mouse over different spots of the element, that'll give you different options. But the little arrows to the left and the right there, that's where you want to tweak if you want to fade out between clips. Alright, but moving on, this is the Edit tab. When you're ready and everything's good to go, click Deliver. Select a location that you want the file to go out to. I always like to put it out in MP4 version. You just click Add to Render Queue, and then start render. And you'll see it give you a progress 1%, 2%. That'll go all the way up, obviously. And you'll have a nice video file. And you can be happy because you saved the $65 a month from having to go to Adobe. Alright, everyone, take care.